Okay, but before I get into this video, can I just quickly ask you to hit the subscribe button? It's just down there. Stay tuned for more videos. I've got a lot of things coming up. My channel is all over the place. I'm doing this right now. It is side hustle videos, which I've been doing for a long time, but I haven't put them on video. So learn about my side hustles. I've also been doing motorbike videos, reviews, a bit of tech talk, stuff that takes my fancy. It's a bit of everything. So, but yeah, look, please subscribe, helps me out a lot, and helps my videos to get out there, and yeah, you'll be doing me a big favor. So, side hustles, well, let's start with what is a side hustle, just in case you haven't heard of the term. Basically means that I have a main job, and on the side of this main job, I try to make some money with a sort of a mini side job, I suppose you could call it. And I've had a whole bunch of these over a long period of time, since I've probably gone back about 20 years now. I'll tell you about them in another video. Today I want to share with you one of my side hustles, which I've got going at the moment, and it's in its early stages. And I think the idea is that I'm going to try to let you know along the way how it goes, because you might be thinking about something like this. So anyway, let's go. Here we are. I'm at the side of my house. It's covered in weeds at the moment. I've been pretty slack, but I'm cleaning it up slowly. And what I've done is, I don't know if you're going to see. So here's where I am at the moment, and this is the product. So these are little Jade plants. They are just plant cuttings from plants that I have gathered over the years and just been propagating them out. They're really easy to propagate. And I've got a couple of new ones recently, a couple of different types. What else have I got here? It looks like a bit of lily rope, I think lily oak they're called. But yeah, mainly Jade. And then down here, I've got some new plants that I'm working on. I don't know their names yet, but one of my friends has offered cuttings, and so I thought let's try to do some other things as well. So they're pretty attractive little things. They're all succulents. I'll speak about that in a minute. So there they are there. Now some of these have not gone too well. Like I said, it's still a learning experience. But we'll see what happens with those. But yeah, so that is the product. So some of the questions you might have, I'm going to try to answer now. So first of all, is this a expensive side hustle to set up? And the answer is not really, kind of a little bit. So I'm going to keep a running total of the costs, and I'm going to put them up for you in a moment, so you'll get to see it in this video, and I'm going to keep you updated as we go along. Only cost so far is the cost of the pots. Okay, so I've been lucky, I just had some spare lying around, but I do have a whole bunch coming, and I'm going to share those with you when they do come. And the other costs have been the trays that you just saw. So having those trays makes it real easy. They're going to be reusable, so obviously that's a one-off sort of cost for this size operation. And the other cost that I've had, of course, is the soil. So I've had to get some propagation soil, so seedling soil or cuttings soil. And you know, in Australia, just go to Bunnings, you can buy them in big bags. They're relatively cheap, but you do have to get the good ones, because the cheap ones, they're not good. They're full of yeah, the particles in them are too big. Actually, I'll show you that now as well. Okay, so let's start the learning straight away. Here is one of the soil mixes I got, and you can see that all through this mix there are these like twigs and small sticks, and we've got a little bit deeper because I have topped this up recently. But I mean, you can see there's like bark in them, and like there's bigger pieces, and there's like these little ball type things. So I don't think they're really sort of conducive to a seed raising mix. So first and foremost, I got this because it was cheap. I think it was $4.95 for a 25 kilo bag, super cheap. I think it's more for topping up your garden rather than seed raising. So if you are going to do it, make sure you get the good stuff. Okay, so here's what I'm using at the moment. I haven't opened this one yet, but it's going to be an Osmocote premium potting mix. So that's not a seed raising mix, but it's a premium potting mix. So I'm going to see how good that one is, and you know, you pay a little bit more, but it's got these things in it like wetting agents, and you know, you won't need any special feed or anything for a few weeks at least. And this is the one that I'm using down here at the moment, which is the Scott's Osmocote seed raising and cutting mix. So that's specific, purpose made, and it feels a lot finer, and yeah, obviously purpose made for this sort of a job. And again, it's got wetting agents, water crystals, those sorts of things in it. So yeah, so this is probably the type to get. You want to be successful. You don't want to waste your time experimenting with the cheap stuff, because like I said, it's got too many big pieces in it. So here are the trays. You can see them here. There's, you know, 6x5, so there's a 30 bucks, and you can get it from Bunnings. This is a pretty good quality one. I'm thinking I might get the tray that goes underneath it for some water saving. I'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I've had to buy a couple of those. I've got 3 so far. Actually, no, I've got 3, and then I've got another 4 down here. So I've got 7 so far. So it's all starting to happen. I've been on AliExpress, and I have found very similar trays to those, and they are way cheaper. So I think I can get 5 for the same price that I can get 1. So AliExpress will hopefully come through with the goods, but the quality might be a little bit lacking, but we'll see. So I did actually set up a couple of those trays a few months ago, and then I lost interest, but I just kind of, I've been reinvigorated a little bit, and I think I'm going to have a good go at it this time. So yeah, that's all I've done so far, and I've ordered some pots. I will I will show you a video when I can of the pots and the quality of, you know, of what you can get. And pots can be very expensive. I'm not going to buy them from Bunnings. They seem to be very expensive over there. So I'm going to focus on cheap, maybe recycled plastic pots. I don't want to be too fancy. And the big question is how to sell them. So I am thinking I am going to suss out a local market to maybe do some. I've got a Facebook page set up. I've called it the Little Kiss Nursery, and it's, you know, it's just a very simple little page, but hopefully people will find it, or I can refer people to it, and then they'll see the current stock, and I'll maybe get a client base. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to work, but yeah, so that's also in the mix at the moment. The other thing I've been doing, of course, as you should definitely do with any side hustle, is lots of learning. So I've been going onto YouTube and finding a few of these gardeners who are selling plants for money. And, you know, I'm not looking for nurseries or anything like that. I'm looking for backyard operations. I found a couple of guys in particular who have started these little nurseries, and I'm going to link them for you below. So check them out below. Some of them are really established. Some of them have 1 or 2 videos. So there seems to be a whole bunch of information on there, but everyone's doing very different things. So I've only found sort of one guy doing succulents on YouTube at the moment. So I'm going to focus on succulents. I think especially here in Australia, it's probably a good choice to be doing succulent plants rather than things that need a lot of water, or, you know, they might look pretty but cost a lot of money to maintain. They might die off in hot weather, which happens a lot here. And I suppose the reason why you're here on this video is to find out, well, how do you actually make money? Well, at the moment, the costs are very negligible. So I think maybe I can get a plan together just in outlay, not labor, about 20 cents, 30 cents. I think that's about the cost. And then of course there's my time, but we won't worry about my time just yet. We might think about that later. And a lot of people bring up the time factor, but, you know, this is a side hustle. It's not going to be hugely profitable. It's money on the side. It's not my main job. Dreaming about making a lot of money from a side hustle it's not going to happen, okay? So this is my first video on this particular little side hustle. Definitely, if you came to this channel and you want to give it a go, by all means, please do. If you can help me out, if you've done something like this already, if you're in the process, please help me out. The more I learn, the better. Okay, so that's it, everyone. Look, thank you for watching to the end. If you made it this far, can I just ask you to subscribe again, please, or hit the like button or whatever. Just interact with this video, because the more you interact, the algorithm loves it, and my videos spread a little bit further. So please do that for me if you can. Look, any questions, comments, please write them down below. And I'm still small enough to reply to everyone who's commenting at the moment, but I'm growing pretty big, so soon I won't be able to do that because I've got lots of things going on. Anyway, all right, that's it. Ciao.